You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Eminem is once again making headlines, but this time it's for two very different reasons. On one hand, his latest project is still breaking records more than a year after release. And on the other, his music publisher is locked in a heated legal battle with one of the world's biggest tech companies. Let's start with the music. Eminem's album The Death of Slim Shady, that is Coup de Grâce, just celebrated its first full year on the UK's official hip-hop and R&B albums chart. Not only did it survive 52 weeks on that tally, but it actually climbed this week, moving from number 8 to number 7. That's not a small feat, in a genre that's constantly shifting with new artists and trends. The project originally debuted at number 1 in July 2024, and since then has spent 6 weeks on top, with nearly 30 weeks inside the top 10. For a rapper whose career began more than 2 decades ago, that kind of consistency is remarkable. But here's the bigger picture. Eminem has a long history of sticking around on the charts. 13 of his 20 projects have lasted at least a year on the UK list. His compilation, Curtain Call, The Hits, is practically a chart institution at this point, logging more than 900 weeks. Albums like the Marshall Mathers LP and The Eminem Show have also spent over a decade on the list. Even now, multiple Eminem titles are sitting on the charts simultaneously, showing just how wide his catalog still resonates. At the same time, though, there's controversy brewing off the stage. Eminem himself isn't directly involved, but his publisher, 8 Mile Style, is suing Meta, the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, for allegedly using his songs without permission. The claim is staggering, up to $110 million in damages. 8 Mile Style argues that tracks like Lose Yourself were made available in Meta's music libraries and played billions of times by users without proper licenses. Meta, however, is pushing back hard. In a recent filing, the company called the lawsuit fanciful and short on specifics. Their lawyers argue that no single example of infringement was even identified in the complaint. They also insist that a licensing deal had already been struck in 2020 through a third-party rights agency, which should have covered Eminem's catalog. For context, 8 Mile Style has been down this road before. The company previously sued Spotify in another high-profile copyright case, which was eventually dismissed, though they're currently appealing that decision. So while fans are celebrating Eminem's continued dominance on the charts, behind the scenes, a legal fight is unfolding over how his music is being used in the digital world. Whether this lawsuit moves forward or gets dismissed could have big implications, not just for Eminem's publishers, but also for how streaming and social media platforms handle licensing in the future. One thing's for sure, Eminem remains as relevant as ever, whether it's through his chart-topping music or the controversies orbiting around it. Stay subscribed for more videos.